Yeah, son. There's mad kids out there getting cream for the non-fed. Well, yeah, and I've been doing this for a long time. You know, shooting game going for mine. Alright. And this is the year when mad cats get filled. Let's walk this line, kick the real. Bang them out. With all this chaos in the realms of the street. Your local street dog got to make ends meet. The average Joe's far too slow for the skin to grow. You better know, when I hit the streets, I like to glow, I like to glisten. And at the same time, stay low, listen, motherfucker, thing. I'm pursuing the dope. My stilo is symbolic to a kilo. Cash is poppin', Cody's cooking, beats copping. And that's some shit. A player that's used to living rich is now a state kid. Caught up in the ditch. In 94, Giuliani kicked down the door. In 95, niggas want to stay alive. Picking caps while I laugh. And the stats is flowing the half. Remy in the glass, off the wall, then I flash. They wanna confine me, sneak up from behind me. Bust a cap in my back and put me where they can't find me. They hit to see a young player. Hey, I don't want to see that. They rather see him spray. But I'm like Diddy, a Terminator, squeeze the lead off. Using verbs and nouns like rounds to blow your head off. Hitting up spots, heating up blocks. Investing in stocks like Colombian blood crops. I'm out to get green and ain't no doubt in my mind. Fuck this broke shit, I'm hit, I get down for mine. Wanna be a play? I ain't some place you play. Let's play a game of real nigga roulette. When this is the OA, then I spray the melee. Content and punctuation is compared to AK. You in a J, overdose for pure funk. I'm fucking off like Tommy Kent. From Harvard's a boot smoke. Decapitated rappers in my trunk. I'm sick, pumping skunk, bouncing with my click, popping like a jump. I'm getting blank when these clowns be zigzagging. When they talk about putting keys, come on, you're nickel bagging. I'm blasting off wings and making dollars believe it. You see, I was packing heaters with jumping from bagging cheerleaders. Ain't nothing changed, it's still the same in the rap game. I'm known for banging rookies out the frame. Y'all done forgot who was presented from the start. Sipping vintage wine and eating dollar cup. I'm phenomenal from the abdominal. Complicated lyrics are sticking the brains and particles. Never sweet. I'm bringing the drama to the street with techniques and rolling next bleach. Ain't nothing sweet about the street, so I'm poetically ill. I'm pure like corrupt and lyrics shine like Fitzgerald. I got the finger at your throat and you ain't showing no signs. Cave death, let them know I get down for mine. I get down for mine. I get down for mine.
All right. What's going on, everybody? This is Gangsta Talk. We are in full effect tonight. Shout out to the E Nation, Dane Frankie, Auntie, Hassan Burton, and others. We appreciate your support here at the Ebony Star Network. And let's get right into it. I don't even want to wait. As you can see, the title, it says that we need to protect our black women. It's about time we start protecting our black women. It seems like some brothers are starting to wake up and understand that if you don't protect the woman, hell, you won't have anything left to protect. You see, because the women and the children are a package deal. I've been saying this for a while now. I'm not sure what is so hard to understand. You see, when you have animals in the street, animals raise other animals. Understand that animals raise animals. Just like humans raise humans, animals raise animals. So when you are an absentee father, when you don't want to be in your son's life, and you leave your son to be raised by the animals in the street, then he becomes an animal because he learns the attributes of an animal. He learns the killer instinct of an animal. He becomes bloodthirsty like an animal. Then it's no rhyme or reason to the atrocities that they commit on the street, no matter who it may be to. See, animals don't care anything about age, especially the predatory animals, right? The ones who have a diet of flesh and blood, they don't care anything about age. They don't feel any remorse for killing their prey. So when you have your boys in the street being raised by animals, they adopt the same attributes. They have no remorse. They have no code of honor. They have no understanding of age of life. So to them, a grown person is no different than a newborn child because they've put bullets in those too. See, these are the kind of animals that you've let the street create because you don't want to do your job as a father. You don't want to do your job as a man. You see, this starts in the home. I don't want to hear anything about, well, the black woman did this and she made some cornbread and we didn't eat last night and somebody drank the last thing of Kool-Aid. And I don't want to hear none of that. This starts in the home and it starts with the father. Discipline, understanding, respect, honor, integrity starts in the home with the father. These young boys have no honor. They have no integrity. They have no respect. They have no regard for life, nor do they care who is older and who is younger. They have become bloodthirsty and they have adopted the mentality of a wild animal. A woman was mauled by a pack of wild animals. 3 young black boys wanted her to cop. Now, that's what we used to call copping back in the day. Now, those of you who understand where I'm coming from, we've done it, in my Boone Farm days, my Wild Irish Rose days, my Cisco days. This was all before Harvey's Crystal Cream came out. And so we would stand outside the liquor store and we would solicit someone to go in and purchase alcohol for us because we were underage and we couldn't purchase any alcohol. It's called copping. I didn't even know they still did that. Seriously? This is 2021. We still copping? Hell, they don't care about anything anymore. Why? Kids don't have to show any ID. You could send a baby into a liquor store now to purchase alcohol. They don't care anything about that. I mean, what are kids doing copping? So she politely refused, and they beat her down. They mauled her like a pack of wild dogs, wild wolves. This is what we are raised. This is what we are allowed. I'm sorry. This is what we are allowing to be raised on our watch as black men. Wild animals that run in packs, who are bloodthirsty and who prey on anyone and everyone. I blame the manosphere for this. And groups like the manosphere. Yeah, I'm saying their name right for the first time because I want you to be clear who this should be charged to. The manosphere, the SYSBM, the red pill guys, the Igbo, the mix. See, this should be charged to them because they promote whole scale hatred for black women. Like it's something you should purchase at a discount store at a low price. And the boys are listening to these podcasts. They're reading these books that these bums are putting out. They're listening to these podcasts. They're constantly listening to black women being devalued by older, bitter men. See, it's that old saying, when you hear something long enough, you might start to believe it. When you see something long enough, you may actually believe it's there. And so when you go into these rooms where they have these podcasts where they're constantly saying nothing but negative things and spewing hatred about black women, and they have hundreds and hundreds of boys in those rooms from the ages of 18 to 25 and up. They hear this from the older men. So the older men are supposed to be the leaders, right? And so they think it's okay. They now believe that the life of a black girl, a black woman, has no value. See, we shouldn't have, black men who walk around in public and have the nerve to say things like black women have no value should be stepped to, should be corrected, should be sought after, should be handled. We can't allow that kind of dangerous rhetoric to reach the ears of our young youth. They look for these men. I'm sorry. My bad. Hold on. Let me turn this off. I'm sorry. Before I go on, somebody let me know if you can hear me. I forgot to do my sound check.
All right.
Type of one if you guys can hear me.
Okay.
Okay, good. And so they look to these men for leadership, and the leadership is constantly failing them. The leadership is directing them to hate their own women. Tupac once said, we will have a race of babies that hate the ladies. He was talking about getting a handle on guys like the SYSBM, the Manosphere, these type of sissified, weak cowards who spew this kind of hatred towards black women. Look at the effect it's having on our young youth. They are attacking black girls. They are attacking black women. They have no respect for the womb. They have no respect for where they come from. They don't care because they've been taught to hate. They attack. If those young boys had some integrity, if they was taught properly, first of all, they wouldn't have been standing on that in front of that liquor store. If there was a father in those homes that was worth his weight in salt, they wouldn't have been standing in front of that liquor store. Nor would they have raised their hand to that woman. Not because they were afraid of her, because of respect. Because they was taught respect. Because they was taught love. These Negroes and these Manners queers and they don't have any love. They don't express any love for any women. All they do is talk hatred. And now look what it's doing. Look at what it's trickling down to. Look at what they're creating with their hatred. Well, there's a community in Harlem that's not having it. And they've decided to take up arms against it. And we need to take our cue from them. The brothers that are in different states and different cities who are tired of guys like the manosphere spewing hatred to the point where it's affecting our youth. It's time that we join the fight and follow suit with what's going on in Harlem. So here tonight to talk about an article that will give you a little bit more information on what exactly went down. We're going to bring Dame in. She has the article up. Dame,
Okay. Well, first, let's cover arrears. This channel may contain content not authorized for use by its owner. However, according to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research is not an infringement of copyright. Okay. Harlem community rallies in defense of black woman attack at liquor store. The group of demonstrated.
put the article on the stream, Dame.
Oh, okay. Let's see. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. All right.
Look at what they did to that woman.
Mm-hmm.
Don't show that picture too long, Dame.
Okay. All right.
Move to the article part where the words are.
All right. All right. The group of demonstrators is seen marching in New York Street, chanting, "Protect Black women." Several members of the Harlem community in New York City rallied on Saturday in support
Hey,
of
move it down a little bit more so you can cover that what's playing right there because we don't know what that is. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Several members of the Harlem community in New York City rallied on Saturday in support of a black woman who was attacked outside of a liquor store on January 18th. The 31-year-old, who wished to remain anonymous, has entered a Harlem liquor store to make a purchase when three young men asked her to retrieve liquor for them, according to ABC News. After politely declining to do so, she was followed and subsequently attacked right outside.
Okay, stop right there. Hold. Now, let me tell you why that is. Because in New York, you have a lot of these sissy bims. You have the conscious community. You have people out there constantly speaking against black women. Now, I'm not saying the conscious community is doing it, but you have a lot of brothers out there speaking against black women. So these young boys hear this, right? And like I said, they believe from listening to these guys that a black woman's life has no value. You see, we can blame these guys for this. We're going to blame them for saying things that confuse these young boys. These young boys are walking around confused. They're being taught that their mother's life has no value. So if they feel that their mother's life has no value, then any unsuspecting black woman that come across them is in danger. Because surely she has no value if they already devalue the lives of their mother. Go ahead, Dane.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. A surveillance camera captured the attack.
Dane,
Yes.
I don't want you to show that picture too much because we don't want to get a copyright strike.
All right. I'm gonna hurry through it. It's a surveillance camera captured the attack. The woman said she was punched, kicked, and her face was bitten. I was mauled. This is more than being bitten, she said. NBC News reported that she was also spit on during the attack. I couldn't believe it. It was like an animal, she said. The only way I can put it, it was like an animal. According to police, her $750 iPhone was stolen during the attack as well. The police are investigating the incident in search of all three suspects. The Harlem community has responded to the woman attack. On Saturday, a group of residents took to the Harlem street in protest. Videos of demonstration was captured and posted on social media. In one Instagram post by Rachel Noir Dillinger, a group of demonstrators is seen marching in the New York street chanting, "Protect Black women." CBS News reports that several protesters gathered outside the liquor store where the woman was attacked. Among the protesters was activist group Save, Stand Against Violence East Harlem, urging the people to protect women in the community. In the neighborhood. If we don't do it, who will? Said Save Director Omar Jackson. It's our responsibility. It's our duty to protect our women and children in the community. One community advocate, Tony Herbert, is offering a casual work for anyone who can provide information that will lead to the capture of the three attackers. What took place here is atrocious, Herbert told NBC News New York. To assault a sister like this is an assault and a direct attack on every woman in our city. All right. That's it.
Okay.
Article.
All right. Take that off the screen. Okay, so let's talk about a few things she said. She said she couldn't believe it. She said it was like an animal. Savagery. Savagery. You see, this is what is the result of the hatred that's being preached towards Black women. These kids are becoming savage, animalistic in nature. And so how do we deal with something like this? Well, for one, we start protecting our Black women. That's one. Two, we need to start straightening these young boys out. And three, we have to go after the men in these groups that create these kinds of boys. You may think that these guys are harmless. Nothing could be further from the truth. They are quite dangerous because they are manipulating the minds of young boys. Understand something. A boy needs a leader. He needs a father. He needs a leader. So if we don't find a father, he's going to find it somewhere else. And the worst place a boy can find a father is in the street. That's the worst place a boy can find a father. This is failed leadership and failed fatherhood in the Black community. It's nothing else. It's not the Black woman. It's not the Black woman said, I can't do this. Or the Black woman said, I can't do that. It's not child support. It's not any of that stuff. This is outright failed male Black leadership, failed Black fatherhood. That is what this is. And now it's time to deal with it. Too many of our women are being attacked. It's bad enough we got to worry about them being attacked by race soldiers. Now we have to contend with our own youth turning on our women. And the men who are out in front of this are these groups that you see on social media every day. The Manosphere, Red Pill, even the Hebrew Israelites. They out there calling the Black woman the devil. I don't understand. How the hell are you supposed to be helping black people and you calling the black woman the devil? If that, you see, the hypocrisy and the confusion to me is astounding. So you calling the black woman the devil, but you have many black women in your group. As long as she is underneath you and she's a servant to you, then she's okay. But when she wants to stand up and be herself, she wants to be a black woman. She doesn't want to serve you. She's looking for a black. She's looking for a real man to be with. Then she's the devil. When she don't want to deal with you guys who got social issues, personality problems, anger issues, no self-control, not loyal, can't be faithful. When she don't want to deal with that, then she's the devil. But when she's willing to put up with that, then she's a gift from God. As long as she's praising you, as long as she's doing everything you want her to do to please you, to make sure you are satisfied, then she's a gift to God. But when she wants to be respected and be treated like a woman should be treated, when she wants a strong man in her life, somebody who's going to protect her, provide for her, take care of her, and take care of his kids, then she's the devil for wanting something like that. Something she should get with no problem. Something that should happen automatically. She's not asking for a new invention of the wheel. All she's asking for is what a man is supposed to do naturally. And because she wants that, then she's the devil. But if she's licking your boots, then she's a gift from God. See, the hypocrisy is just, it's maddening. So all of these groups are enemies to black women. The Hebrew Mizraelites, the Red Pill Rage, what do you call it? These so-called phony ass Moors. The Man is Queer, MGTOW, or the black version of the damn MGTOW, SYSBM. We go on and on with it. These are enemies to black women. Let me tell you something. The guys who are doing this don't have any intention on stopping. They are going to have to be stopped. Because as long as they can hide behind these keyboards, they will have the courage of a lion. Because they're protected behind these keyboards. So they have no intention on stopping. As a matter of fact, they're probably doing a podcast, or probably one of them did a podcast already saying that it was the woman's fault that she got attacked. Yes. This is not beneath them. These are the types of things that they say and do. And so, like I said, they're not going to stop. They will have to be stopped. It's about time brothers start standing up and taking the fight to them and start protecting our women. Let me tell you something. One of the first steps in protecting your women is raising your boys properly. That's where it starts. Putting the right teachings inside the minds of your young sons. If your son has a healthy understanding and respect for women, a healthy love for women, his mother, his sisters. That's the beginning of a solid foundation that will lead to ultimate protection. He will grow up not being a womanizer, growing up with chivalry, growing up as a gentleman, becoming a man of integrity, and fully believing that his natural, his natural duty is to protect his women and children. As long as we have these cowards spewing this hatred and they get to the ears of our young youth, it's going to be problematic. Now look at what's happening. Look at what they are creating. They are creating little monsters, little savages, little animals. Listen to what that woman said. She said it was like an animal. They bit this woman. That is what a bloodthirsty animal does. It bites. They bit this woman. She didn't even say she got attacked. She said she got mauled. She got mauled by 3 young black men. Mauled. So now it's time for the brothers to get to the street and start dealing with this situation. No more excuses. No more, well, the black woman won't let me do. We don't want to hear all of that. The time has passed for all of those excuses. If you're too much of a coward to get out here and handle some business, then step to the side and get out of the way of those who are willing to do something to get this stopped. We're not going to continue to allow our women to be attacked. I said this before a while back on one of my podcasts. You bums, and you know who I'm talking to. You think, or at least you thought, that we was just going to continue to allow you to bully our women, continue to make things unsafe for our women. Nah, it's not happening. Harlem is just the beginning. We at the E Nation, we've already been on that type of mentality. We've already been an advocate for the protection of our black women. Y'all know how I get down. I'm the super simp, remember? Because I love black women. I'm the one that has the famous line, pass me my cape. Because all men, other than black men, cape for their women and their children. They are the heroes of their women and children. Why should black women be any different? Where are the heroes for black women and children? We are to be their heroes. We are their protectors as black men. We are their heroes. And like I said before, if loving our women and our children and protecting our women and children makes me a simp or makes me caping, then pass me my goddamn cape. Pass me my damn cape. And make sure it's all black. Dang.
Yes.
One of the things in the article, right, I want you to just elaborate on real quick, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As a black woman, when you hear a woman say that she was mauled,
Mm-hmm.
and then said she was bitten, and then she said it was like an animal. How does that make you feel as a black woman? What comes to your mind? Speak about that.
Uh, if I didn't know it was a human being, I'd swear she was being attacked by a dog. A, you know, a pack of dogs, a mall, bitten. Yeah. Um, that these guys are crazed, and um, it makes you not want to go run your errands at night.
All
Sometimes
right.
you have to.
All right. You know something, people?
Hmm.
See, something interesting here. Dame said, not a human being, like a dog. That woman said, like an animal. I've heard other women say almost the same thing. So, black man, on your watch right now, that you have become such a horrible leader of your community and your society, and you've done such a wretched job in raising your boys that now people are referring to the boys you should be raising as animals, as non-human, a pack of dogs. This is what your leadership has produced. This is what your failure at fatherhood has produced. Dogs, animals, young boys who behave in the manner to where people don't recognize them as human. This is your fault. This is your doing. You are to take the blame. Look at what you've allowed to happen to our youth with your terrible leadership and your horrible attempts at being a father. Look at what you've allowed to happen to our young children. They're being raised by animals. And they are becoming animals themselves because they are being raised by animals. They are adapting the attributes of wild animals. And many of you are adding fuel to the fire with your sorry ass groups that do nothing but spew hatred, that do nothing but complain, cry, and whine all the damn time, that do nothing but show weakness. This is your fault. This happened on your watch. It is time for someone to take over the watch. Responsible black men who know what it takes to get the job done. It is time we step up and took over the watch. Because you crop of Negroes are some of the worst black women have ever produced. I said it before and I'll say it again. I feel sorry for black women today. Because you crop of Negroes are the sorriest of them all. The black woman can't even hold her head up. She bows her head in shame for producing such a rotten seed, such a hateful seed, such an ungrateful seed. It is time, brothers who are listening, the brothers who have had enough, It's about time we took over this watch. Because this will stop. And it's going to take us to stop it. White people aren't going to stop this. They don't give a damn about us. And as you can see, there are too many cowardly black men on social media. Not only are they, not only will they not stop it, they're adding fuel to the fire. Many of them are probably laughing and telling jokes about that woman being mauled. Many of them are probably amused right now. And we can't even say, well, what about their mother? They don't care about their mothers. Many of them hate their mothers. And you will see them continue to make negative videos about black women. Like none of this ever happened. Because they simply do not care. Hold on one second. Let me take a look at something in the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. My chat is running kind of slow. Dame, can you see the chat? What's going on in the chat? Dame, are you there?
Okay, yeah. American Trust News just came in going good. Stop touching white women, you ghetto monsters. Those women use you like idiots anyway. You morons thought they like you. Those white women that slept with black men hate black men. Okay, but before that, they anti see you know, Kendall's just trying to catch up. They're talking about the craziness that it's not even safe to date anymore, and how angry and frustrating it is. Can't go out. You can't date. You're almost afraid to walk out your door. They're talking about,
And
how they have to go take care of the errands early in
and
the
I
morning.
blame I blame people like the Manosphere. I blame men like SYSBM spewing all of this hatred towards black women, constantly disrespecting black women, constantly fighting with black women, constantly trying to make it hard for black women. See, the youth, they see this and they take their cue from these guys. And they think it's okay to devalue the life of black women, of their own sister, their own mother. Hell, in many cases, their own daughters. They don't even care about their own daughters. Like I said, these groups are problematic. Remember, someone told me that our fight is not with them, our fight is with the parents. Remember that person, Dane?
Uh-huh.
I wonder what that person would say now. Is the fight still with the parents? Well, what do you,
Okay,
I
once you
would say
become adult, no.
I would say the fight is with one particular parent for sure, and that would be the father.
Mm.
See, because you don't see no young girls out here attacking people. If they are, I haven't heard of it. Okay, you usually don't see groups of young black women out here attacking people. What was that noise?
Um. Sorry. Uh. Thank you for the cash app, Anthony D. Morris.
Right, and so you usually don't see young black women running around here like a pack of wolves. But you see young black boys running around here like a pack of animals, like animals in a pack. And that's because of the poor leadership of black men. There was no teaching for these young boys. Many of these boys are being raised in the street. And like I said, one of the worst things a boy can do is find a father in the street. That is something you do not want. And so Harlem is rallying right now. That's the beginning. It needs to get bigger. We need to start rallying all over this country. And we need to start taking the fight to these guys who hate black women, who keep spewing this hatred. Sure, they can say whatever they want, it's freedom of speech, but so can we. We can say whatever we want too. And we need to take the fight to them. We need to stop what's going on. And it's going to take some doing. There may be some tragedies ahead in order to stop this. We may lose some people in the process, but this has to stop because this is problematic and is absolutely dangerous. It's dangerous for our race that our women are being attacked. It's dangerous for our race. Without the women, you have no race. We can't allow this to continue. And we have to start pushing back against these men who spew hatred for black women because these young boys are following them and they're listening to them. And they're learning to hate women. They're developing in a way to where they believe that a woman's life has no value. And those boys, I'm curious about something. Not only did they attack this woman, but they bit her, right? That's savagery. Where did they get that kind of savagery from? That kind of hatred? I mean, that is mind-boggling. I mean, they have that kind of hatred in them at that young of age. We were never like that when I was their age. And so I am now coming to the end of my rant. This is the part of the show where we open up. They put the link in the chat.
Okay.
And people, I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather, so I may not be on much longer. I wasn't going to do a live tonight. I just wanted to rest tonight, but I had to come on here and talk about protecting our women. When I saw this attack, I'm like, okay, enough is enough. Something has to be done, and we need to start doing it now as black men. We need to start raising our boys better. We have to do a better job. And those who if you can, teach some of these young boys. Never mind the fact that the child is not yours. Reach out to some of these kids. Reach out to some of these boys and try to guide them the right way. It'll go a long way. It's better than allowing them to be raised in the street by nothing but animals, so they can become animals themselves. And you see, and no one is going to be happy until this hits home. See, I don't want it to hit home. I don't want nothing to happen to my wife. I don't want nothing to happen to the women in my family. I don't want it to hit home. I want it dealt with. I want it taken care of before it starts to hit home. And it's one of our sisters. It's one of our daughters. It's one of our mothers. It's one of our wives. Don't wait for it to be your wife, your daughter, your mother, your grandmother, your auntie, your sister. Don't wait for it to be that. Brothers, get involved now. And let's start taking the fight, and let's start dealing with this now and start turning this back. and eventually getting this nipped in the bud. Dame, I need you to Dame.
Yeah.
Not feeling too hot. I need you to take over in about 20 minutes.
Okay. All right. No problem. Okay. Well, yeah. So, yeah, the woman, she felt like uh, he was trying to bite out her eyeballs. But before um they he walked out, he was gonna basically saying that he felt like I thought I was better than them. Oh, so you think you better than me, huh? I'll fix you. And that's that a lot of, and she's screaming, hollering, and say, I'm just trying to get to her daughter. But they weren't hearing it. Yeah. So now there's a reward out for them for information about who done it. And I'm thinking they better turn themselves in, because there might be some that want more than just to turn you into the police. Because people are fed up, they tired, they being seen all on the news, the internet, women and young girls being attacked, and you're not taking it anymore. Yeah, we need to stop thinking that's only happening over there. That's happening in New York. That's happening in wherever the attack is. You're thinking it's only happening there until it happens in your area. Yeah. Uh, just 1 second. Mhm. 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 Okay. Okay. Mhm. All right, y'all. Max is not feeling too hot. He's not going to be back, so it's just me and y'all until I close out. So anybody wants to get up here and and um and say anything? I guess he was aiming for her eyeball, but she was putting up a fight, so he got her eyebrow. But the eyebrow is just above the eye, so if he penetrated through there, it's just a downward motion to get the eye. But who thinks of that? Okay, okay, and we've seen videos of a boy hits a girl over the head with a skateboard. We saw a bunch of pack of boys. We're gonna have to act the way they act. They're animals. A pack of boys jump on a girl, stomp her. Um, not to mention the fighting, the women getting shot, women getting chased, women getting beat. Oh shucks, we saw where the white man pull a gun on a woman and then pistol with her, and there was people right across the street. They were filming it, but they were, well, I can understand with the gun it being fearful, but still, you know, allowing it to happen. And you know what them fools are gonna say? What was she doing that time of night? And stuff like that. Uh there's a whole bunch of reasons, things that could have been going on that time of night. Could have been just getting off of work. It's like, did she need that wine? You don't know what's going on in her life. It could have been for a dinner party that they was going to. It could have been for any number of reasons. They were having guests. So on her way from work, she stopped to get a wine. And because these boys can't handle a no from a woman, they can't handle a no. They of any sort. They so weak feeling that a woman telling you no, no matter how polite she puts it, you can't handle it. She tries to go easy, soften it up for you, and and y'all ready to beat her down, like she's supposed to do what you say, or behave the way you want her to behave. hmm Yeah, don't you remember the phrase "no means no"? It ain't talking about just in a rape situation. It's in every situation. No means no. And then when they tried to manipulate her, because there's another article that said one of the young guys tried to pay for a wine. I know I know of that technique. This is just a way of saying I paid for it, so it's mine. The way to get around that. Get around that. So they're offering to pay for the wine. Then they can have some claim on. Well, I brought the wine. It's mine. But she wasn't falling for that. So she's like, no, thank you, appreciate it, but I can pay for my own wine. Not to mention, who knows? She might have a husband. You know.
Well, the thing about it was they wanted her to cop.
Mm-hmm.
That's what started the whole thing. You see, that's something that I haven't even heard since the 70s. I mean, we did that back in the 80s. And, I mean, I didn't even realize people were copping. They don't have to cop. These liquor stores don't give a F about how old, especially black kids. They think black kids are grown anyway.
Oh, but they get fined. In fact, the cashier, the person that's working at the register, they get fined. Not the owners of the store. They get fined. So whoever's working at their register, apparently they've been carding. They've been carding. That's why the boys try to cop with her.
Okay,
But no, and
so,
she
okay,
told
so,
them no. hmm
all right, so you ask her to do something that an adult shouldn't do. A responsible adult wouldn't do that anyway. Okay, so apparently she's a responsible adult, so she decided not to do it, and then she gets mauled. I can't get over the mauled. She said she was mauled. That's something you associate with wild animals.
hmm
I mean, I've heard of it associated with humans too, but we're gonna white folks and all that. We'll deal with that later. But usually, that's something you associate with a pack of wild animals, not young boys, not young girls. She was mauled, and then she was bitten. I'm telling you right there, that's hatred.
Uh-huh.
What are our young youth? Okay, I say young youth. What about young boys? Y'all have to forgive me. I'm really under the weather tonight, so I'm really pushing it. Okay, but I had to. This is something I'm very passionate about because I love black women and I'm very big about protecting black women. So, sick or no sick, I had to say something. But what are our young boys doing with that kind of hatred at that young of age? They haven't even experienced anything yet. What, you may have had a girlfriend or two, you've gotten turned down, you've gotten laughed at, somebody put a whoopee cushion in your seat. I mean, you haven't done anything yet. Where's that hatred coming from? I'll tell you where it's coming from. It's coming from the people that they're listening to. It's coming from the people whose chats that they be in. That's where it's coming from. They're teaching these boys to hate women.
Mm-hmm.
They're teaching these boys to devalue the lives of women. See, if you devalue the life of a woman, you devalue the life of all of us. Because if our women have no value, then neither do we. And we've allowed our women's lives to become valueless because we don't feel that their life is worth protecting. So then that makes us valueless. Then nobody respects us as men because we're not doing what men are supposed to be doing. So other races of men have no respect for us. Other races of men see our lives as having no value because we're cowards and we won't protect our women. We won't fight for our women. We won't fight for our children. I mean, case in point, let's go back to the 11-year-old girl who was attacked by a 6'6", 300-pound grown-ass white man with a wife and kids. And you heard black men taking the white man's side. Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn if the little girl was wrong. I'm gonna take it back to the Black Sisters Revenge days, right, Dame? When my man who looks like an armadillo in the face and said, "Where was y'all when this shit was going on?" Right?
Right.
I'm sorry, y'all. I can't even be funny because I'm sick. But I don't give a damn if she was wrong. I'm not taking the side of no white man against no 11-year-old black child.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn if she hit him over the head with a coconut. I'm not siding with no white man over no 11-year-old child. So I don't want to hear that shit about what wrong is, right and right. How come only black people say that shit? Nobody else says that. If you go over there and you beating up a Chinese woman, the Chinese men gonna take it to your ass. They're not gonna say, "Well, Mei Ling was wrong, and wrong is wrong, and right is right." Man, they don't care nothing about that. They're gonna beat the black off of you. Why black people got to be all moralistic and, well, I don't know about if that's a word, but why black people got to be high on morals? Why we got to walk around here holding our head up, turning the other cheek, and when they go low, we go high? Fuck that. They not up high. They're not doing nothing to us high. They going low and they fucking us up. So we need to go low. When they go low, we go low too and meet them head on. Fuck all that. When they go low, we go high. That's got us in the situation we're in now, going high. Now, let's see what do we benefit from going high? Let's see. We don't own any wealth in this country. We don't own any schools, or hardly any schools or institutions of higher learning or medicine. So what do we get for going high? Do we get to walk around and represent the white institution of higher learning that we've graduated from? Magna cum laude, magna cum laude, whatever you want to call it. Sigma cum laude, whatever. You get to walk around here with those accolades? Is that what you get for going high? What do you get for going high? Because we're getting shot by race soldiers, but we're going high. You know, when we go low, we go high. Well, up high, we seem to be getting shot by race soldiers. Up high, they're calling the cops on us at every turn, hoping that it turns into a fatal encounter.
Mhm.
Up high, they're running down on us in our homes and blowing us away. I don't know about y'all, but we might want to see what's going on down low. Because up high don't seem to be working out for us. Don't seem to be working. So the next time they go low, we probably should go low too. But we've already seen what's going on when we go high.
Mhm.
How is that working out for us? And shout out to the First Lady Michelle Obama, not trying to rain on her parade. But maybe it's time for us to go low. Maybe it's time for us to put our fist to somebody's face. Maybe it's time for us to make somebody feel pain who deserve it. Maybe it's time to make the people who are hurting us, maybe it's time for us to make them hurt so they can see how it feels, so they can stop trying to hurt us. All of this, when they go low, we go high, that's not working. If it is, can somebody give me some examples of how going high is working without you selling out? Okay? Let's try it now. If you can find a legitimate good story or good thing from going high, please type it in the chat. And remember, it can't be selling out. Can't be selling out. It's got to be true. It's got to be legitimate. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I see no advantages or no benefits from going high. We seem to be getting the short end of the stick, as a matter of fact, when we go high. Dame, have you found any advantages, any benefits from going high?
Huh.
Something to think about, right?
Yeah.
When they go low, we go high. How is that working out for us, by the way? Okay, I think Dave may have.
Okay. It's okay. It's all about not being like them. You know, don't get it. Don't get in the dirt the much. Don't climb in the ditch with them. You know. But that's what I get. It's just showing that you're not like they like them. You know.
Well, of course, we're not like them, but we may have to exhibit some attributes like them in order to get them off of us. Because not being like them don't seem to be stopping them from trying to take us out at every turn. See, we have to be realistic about what we see in reality, people.
Mm-hmm.
We can't pretend that we don't see what's going on. See, some of these Negroes who are sold out, they want you to pretend that nothing is happening. They want you to pretend that what you saw isn't what you truly saw and it didn't happen. I mean, one of the most despicable acts of coonery I've ever seen came from Jesse Lee Peterson and Larry Elder. Now we know that they are, excuse me, what they are, but man, I mean, they have taken it to another planet. I mean, when they blame Tamir Rice for his own death, wow. What do you say to something like that? Is that part of the high ground? Blaming a young 9-year-old boy who's in the park playing with a toy gun, blaming for his own death from a crazed cop who had every intention on killing somebody black when he showed up. The car didn't even stop moving yet before he fired through the out of the window.
No, that sounds like somebody going low. They putting the blame on the victim. They blaming the boy. He's 9 years old. He's a kid. He's doing kid things. That
Black
cop.
people, keep your children in the home and let them play in the home. Get yourself a backyard and let them play in the backyard under your supervision. Okay, and try to enclose your backyard if you can. For those of you who have property, try to enclose your backyard or put a canopy somewhere and have the kids play under that so they cannot be seen by anyone other than yourself. Let me tell you something. Back in the day, our parents used to sit on the sun porch or sit on the stoop and watch us play. They never took their eyes off of us. We wasn't allowed to go out of their sight. Parents were very protective of their kids back then. We need to get back to that. You need to get back to the part where you don't let your children go out of your sight. Don't send them to the park by themselves, especially now, because they are nothing but sitting ducks. They are targets. We have a lot of insane people running around out here. I'm still trying to figure out who was in the nut house because it seems to be all of the nut cases are out here on the street.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So
yeah.
either being a nut case has been normalized or there must be some absolute monsters in the nut house. Go ahead, Dane.
Now they shut down the nut house, and now the nuts are in everywhere. They with the police department. They everywhere you go. Hmm. Lack of common sense.
We have to,
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah, but okay, the karma thing.
yeah, Brianna, I believe so too. I believe, being a damn nutcase has been normalized.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when that used to be something that was bad. It's become normal now to be a goddamn nutcase. I mean, seriously, half these damn people are off their freaking rocker. Even a lot of these people on social media, they're out of their goddamn mind. And no one seems to be saying anything about it. Now we have a situation because black men are too cowardly to take care of their neighborhood and do what it needs to be done and what's supposed to be done. Now we have a situation on our hands that's probably going to take bloodshed to correct. It's a real serious issue. Dame, how do you see this shaking out?
Well, it's gonna take a collective effort. Harlem did kind of start, but out of that, I don't know how many people are in Harlem, but only about 100 people show. It's a start, but and they might have shooken up the neighborhood depending on if they found them guys. And the camera's pretty clear on most of them. Um, so somebody gotta know who they are, unless they ditch town.
Now, if they catch these guys, What do y'all suppose their punishment should be?
Let the women beat them down.
Okay.
Or let the woman or the woman they hit beat up on them. You hold them down or tie them down. Let her get a chance to get her licks in.
Hmm. It's a good idea, but I don't think it'll work.
Hmm. Yeah, it could come back, and then
What I think should happen, they should do their time, of course, but then there should be something added to it. They should be made to serve women for a couple of years under supervision of a guard. And they should be remain in handcuffs. And they should learn how to respect women by serving them. Be at women's beck and call throughout the day until they get it in their head that attacking women is something that is a no-no and that we're not going to tolerate. So once they've done their sentences, then a stipulation on their freedom is that you must serve women for 3 to 5 years. And if any one of those women so much as make a complaint about your attitude, we're throwing you back in jail.
mm-hmm.
Throwing you back in jail. Because they have to understand, they have to get it in their mind that this is not something that will be ever be tolerated. And so you'll be at women's beck and call. We'll send you out to businesses that women own, and you will be under heavy guard. There will be a guard, and you will be in chains. Your hands will not be free. And you will not be allowed to be within 5 feet of the woman. She will deal with you from a distance, and you will not be out of the guard's sight. You will not be out of the guard's sight. And whatever chores or whatever items or whatever work she give you for the day, that's what you're going to do. And when you're done with the work, you will say, "Thank you very much, ma'am, for giving me work and help me rehabilitate my mind." We'll have you reciting some shit. We'll write down some shit for you to say. "Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for helping me discipline my mind, helping me get my mind right, helping me learn how to respect women." We'll have something for you to say. Something humbling that you will have to say at the end of every job that you're being given. And then you will have to address women a certain way. Queen, mother, young sister, princess, whatever we decide.
Well, some of the women disagree with you. They said they do not need to be around women, and I want the streets to deal with them.
Well, we can do that too. But and some of them won't be allowed to be around women.
Mm-hmm.
But now all of them are so far gone. We're only going to get the ones that we believe that can be rehabilitated. But the ones who are gone, no, they will not be around women. And even the ones who can be rehabilitated, they won't be within 5 feet of women. Like the woman will never come in contact with them. They won't even see you. You'll be dealing with them from a distance, maybe on an intercom. You'll be giving their chores. They'll come and pick up a list or something like that. but they won't even see you. You'll be able to see them, but they won't be able to see you. And you can communicate with them. We call it. We can call it rehabilitating the young boys to love black women boot camp. We'll call it some kind of boot camp. Just a thought. It would have to be well thought out, though. And it would probably, if we did do it, it would probably end up with stiffer penalties than what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the ladies are much rougher than you are, Max. You don't want to see what they're saying up in here. The nicest one is they need Timbs on their necks.
On their what?
They need Timbs on their necks.
Necks?
Timberlands, necks.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What's some of the other stuff you're writing?
You sure you want to hear that? Okay,
yeah, go for it.
Brace yourself. They take their nuts. They should be castrated so they won't even reproduce. We don't need any more demons ruining the community. I'm sorry. So they should be.
No, well. You don't want to castrate them because if you're going to castrate them, you may as well take their life because here's what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. If you castrate them, right, you're just going to turn them into sissy bims. Okay, and manosphere guys. And they're just going to continue to spew hatred. They can be far more dangerous with no nuts than have nuts. You understand what I'm saying? So no, you don't want to do the castration unless somebody deserve it, unless someone's just an absolute monster. Okay, then that's something different.
Yeah. Well. One said that's what people have been saying, that street justice is the best justice. They got to crawl out of their hole sooner or later. Someone should be waiting for them with a baseball bat and a scrabble. Okay, ladies.
Wow, the ladies are really...
They're not dogs. They're not going to calm down once you remove their family jewels. They probably get even more aggressive because you took them. What? Wait. Harlem community has a $5,000 price for information. Too bad it's not a bounty. Oh, they went up since the one I read. It was 1,000. Okay.
Wow, some of them really. Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm looking at the chat right now.
Auntie is like, I think we scared off all the men. They hiding. Come back, boys. We're not talking about y'all. It's been a while since I've seen a post from them. LOL. And Auntie says they're already cis bins, Max. So what's the difference? Oh, somebody else said they think family helped them get out of town. They're down south by now.
Yeah, I'm not. You know what? I'm not surprised at these responses. I'm not surprised because you have to understand these responses come from the hatred that's being put towards black women. And black women are tired of it. We can't expect y'all to continue to endure this kind of hatred without firing back. I mean, we would be dumb to sit up here and believe that y'all going to continuously endure this kind of hatred, these kinds of blatant attacks without firing back. So I understand the comments. I trust me, I do.
Whoa, did you hear that they said that the men that attacked her already attacked another woman the same way?
When, the same day or?
They said the same way. Auntie probably gonna have to pull up the article.
Yeah, they need to be dealt with.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so attack once. Okay, yeah, they got to be dealt with. Maybe that's why there's a gap. Let me see if I can find out anything.
All right, people. I have to go lay down. Dame is going to take it from here. And Dame, at the 2 minute mark, shut it down, okay? I mean the
Oh,
2 hour mark.
oh,
All
okay. No,
right.
it was a previous time. Okay, all right. It was a previous
All right.
time.
All right, y'all. I'm going to say peace, power, and unity. Again, this is something that I'm passionate about. Loving black women and protecting black women. This is an easy podcast for me to do. But I'm sorry, I didn't have too much fire today because I'm sick, y'all, and I'm trying to get better. But once I get well, I'll probably come back at it, with another podcast, and throw in some more passion and fire. All right, I want to say peace, power, and unity, everybody, and thanks for showing up. And brothers, let's get out there and protect our black women. Hashtag protect black women. Peace, power, and unity. I'm out. Talk to you later, Dane.
All right. Okay. Shooks. Well, since one of them is a biter, maybe remove a few teeth without anesthesia. But anyway, yeah, okay. So the lady at the liquor store was their second assault. Oh, they got to go, and whoever's protecting them need to stop. You might as well just turn them in. Oh, okay. Dang it. And that's probably another reason why they're in the uproar. This is the second attack. And and one that bit her attacked another one. That's why one of them said, "Okay, didn't that used to be a punishment in Africa or the Middle East? I don't know why they did away with those punishments. That was for stealing. I don't think that same thing applied to assault, but I definitely know that was used to be for stealing. Oh, okay. Someone that told her to run. Okay, let's see. What took place was atrocious and assault and a direct attack on every woman in the city. Uh huh. Pretty much saying that um we gonna do what we want to do because we know that no man is gonna protect y'all. We got away with it twice. They don't care about your daughter. They don't care that you're a mother. They care that they wanted what they want when they wanted it, and you weren't giving it to them. But okay, if there was a witness, why didn't the witness attempt to stop him? Unless it was three dudes. Although why they blurred out the picture of the third guy, I don't know. Unless that picture wasn't the third guy. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. You're right. They did steal her cell phone, but then the way our government's working, oh no, then they're gonna try to apply for disability, and I gotta pay for their disability. Now they rather them have two arms, two hands, put them in jail, and put them to work. Yeah. Come to think of it, speaking of a scalpel, my aunt, when I was living in Dallas, gave me one as protection. So the entire time I was in Dallas, I was walking around. with a disposable scalpel. Nobody messed with me, but I had a close call. Something that was supposed to have happened. I was supposed to catch the bus, but I missed the bus, and where I was supposed to be that day, someone was killed at the bus stop further into town. Nobody knew. They thought she was just sleeping. And the bus driver went through his entire route and ended up back there. And he took a break. The bus driver. If you have the same people riding your bus, you kind of recognize them, or at least recognize them by sight. You do not always know their name. And he went to see if she was see to see if she missed the bus. Go wake her up. Coming to find out, she died. Somebody shot her. But because it was cold, she was wearing these thick bubble type coats, so nobody could see it. And most people they try to ignore anybody at the bus stop, but me and her, we used to sit and chit chat while we was waiting for our next bus to take us to the next area. It's just that I got off a little sooner than she does. But that morning, I missed the bus, I overslept, and my aunt dropped me to work on her way to work, and I went to work, and it wasn't until I got off of work that I found out. Because what happened was, yeah, 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 I ended up doing going to payday. When I came back, when I was making my way back home from going to pick up my paycheck, uh, I was on that bus, and he's like, and he told me what had happened. I said, "What? Oh my goodness! I would have been sitting right there next to her, cause we usually be right there waiting for." He said, "I know, I know. You know, I was worried that something had happened to you, cause I know usually y'all two be my ones in the morning that be sitting there waiting." hmm Yeah, and yeah, I haven't been robbed at gunpoint, but I have had my house broken into. Two followed her inside, and some were waiting outside to attack her or anyone. The other person inside was a person already standing in line to check out. Oh, that's why they blurred, so people don't think he was involved. Okay. Now, I had a gun pointed at me, but it wasn't a robbery. Whew. Luckily for me, well, that's the second time I had a gun pointed at me. My my most natural reaction is to freeze, and my face would be blank. And for some people, uh, they either find it scary, or they look, this person is too calm. I got a gun in their face, and they ain't flinched, they ain't do nothing, they ain't cry nada. Who, I don't know how many times. Well, at least two times it saved my life, because my that was my natural reaction, just to freeze. hmm Okay, well, I'm getting off track again. Okay, so some were waiting outside, some was waiting inside. So they done this before. They were looking for an excuse to jump her. If she had got it, they would have jumped her. If she didn't get it, they would have jumped her. It's hard to know anymore. You don't know the person or the situation. Um, Although I was always kind of cautious, you know, but hadn't dealt too much with people asking me to buy liquor for them. It's usually somebody I know, and I'll be like, "Do you have you lost your ever mother of mine? You think I'm going to jail or pay $1,000 fine for getting you liquor because you're not of age?" Yeah, my weapon of choice is a baseball bat. Oh, okay. Actually, I have several weapons of choice: a baseball bat, a hammer. I'm gonna have to learn how to deal with gun. My mom never showed me how. It was weird. She had like a little pistol, and she would take it apart to keep it separated because hey, she got a curious child who looking in the drawer for change. Yeah, I don't know how many times I found the uh the reel, the hole of bullets, the handle, anyway, as it says, a little 5-shot pistol with these little bullets. I thought they were curious, but my mom went to change bullets because she was talking to my grandfather and have no stopping power. She didn't kill anybody, but it comes down to just because a woman hysterical don't mean that you should slap her. That don't always work. In my mom's case, that did not work. That pissed her the hell off, and she went going for a gun because she's like, "Oh hell," but no, she was she wasn't gonna be having no man beat on her. And even though her pistol was in different pieces, he knew exactly how quickly she could put that gun together. He took off running, and she shot at him. We didn't think she had got him. Well, he did kind of stutter, but he didn't limp. He just kept on going. Yeah, the bullet went through, but it didn't stop him. So my mom was talking to my grandfather. It's like, okay, these little bullets don't do nothing. If he was coming at me, it wouldn't have stopped him. Okay, I don't know what it is, but you know how they have those starter pistols at track meets. It looks like that. It looks like one of them starter pistols. It could be a 38. I don't know. So my grandfather gave her some bullets. Said, "Look, don't go killing the Negroes and stuff like that." Yeah. She said, "Yeah, I need to go practice because her aim was off. She was after his butt. She wanted to shoot him in the butt. Actually, she wanted to crease him in the butt. Um, but she ended up shooting him in the thigh, or I think. Yeah, yeah. So my mom was not going to be taking any abuse. That's my grandfather doing because he had a sister that got beat to death. So he was like, "Mm-mm, not my child, not another sister, not you know, any women in my life." So he was like, so I guess he's like, if he hits you, kill him. Yeah. Got that? It got the yeah. That seemed to run in the family because my grandfather's little brother went to prison for a couple of years for shooting a guy in the butt. They tried to put him down for attempted murder. He said no. If I wanted to kill him, he'd be dead. He said no. The Negro owes me money. That man can't pay me no money. So why would I shoot him? Why would I kill him? Yeah. but he's gone now. Yeah. So yeah. So she didn't want him dead. She wanted him to remember, I'm not the woman to put your hands on. I don't care if you thought I was hysterical. Woman, I can't believe you shot me. You put your hands on me. I thought you was hysterical. You was hysterical. I needed to snap you out of it. Man, you could have did a whole bunch of things. Don't you be slapping me. Yeah, there could have been a whole bunch of things he could have done besides slap her. And I'm standing outside watching all this, and I was like, maybe that's why I was so calm around guns. My grandfather had one, my mom had one. Then there was a few shotguns. But then again, they never would wave them in my face neither. And they wouldn't be loaded if I had any contact with them. That reminds me, I want to get another slingshot. Yeah, I was deadly with a slingshot and a ball bearing. See, my skills are still as good. Okay, y'all. I'm trying to keep from wandering off topic, but yeah. So we're doing hashtag protect Black women. It's good to see that there were men out there in the rally with the protesters. In fact, they were up front, and as the man said, "Oh yeah, I had a lot of men in my family. If anyone threatened any female in my family, they had a force to reckon with." Yeah, yeah. But my grandfather was playing it safe because for a while there, my mom actually, come to think, anytime she was far away from him where he couldn't be there, like when she went off to college, he gave her brass knuckles and a switchblade. Okay, California, she was in California, so yeah, a pistol. Um, let's see, and yeah, and when she was living on her own, at the time the projects we were staying, it wasn't really a bad project, but he thinks of projects as bad things. So so he wanted her to be protected, because she was a woman along with a child, so he's like, well, no, nobody thinking they can take advantage of you, breaking your house, or do stuff to you, because he's thinking about prevention, not after the fact. Oh, he's gonna get it after the fact. In fact, when his sister got killed, the her husband who killed her, he had to go across state lines. Because if he was anywhere in Louisiana, they won't get him. In jail, out of jail, they won't get him. And then they had to move him from Texas. I don't know why, but I have my suspicions. If I know my grandfather and his brothers and his cousins, they will find a way to get him in Texas. Yeah, shoes, shoes. In fact, the most scariest threat is if okay. Oh, somebody asked my mom something. Let's see. If a man hit you, would you go call the police on him? My mom was like, no, no, I wouldn't call the police on her. You thinking, oh, she's being a man, but she would let a man hit her and take him back and 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 let him do anything with him and stuff like that, not do anything. No, 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 no. Nah, 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 nah. When the women in my family say they ain't calling the police, that's the guy wants to go to the police. Cause as long as they out there where she can get to him, they in danger. It's like, why wouldn't you? Well, the police will save him from me. As long as he's out there in the street, I'll get him. Yep. The women in my family are slightly crazy. You don't want to piss them off because they don't necessarily try to kill you, but trust me, you gonna remember them. But that's only if you get on the bad side. Mom is the most. My mom is the most loving, sweet woman. Have your back until you screw her over. Then once you screw her over, if you're lucky, she ain't have nothing to do with you. But if you pissed her off to the point where she wants to hurt you, run. Turn yourself in the police. If you did something illegal, you go to jail. Turn yourself into jail, but don't turn yourself into jail in our town. She gonna find a way to get you in our town. Yeah. Okay. So I was telling the story, Kendall. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, and see, I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. My mom knew how to fight, but she definitely believed in having a baseball bat, an axe handle, and a hammer. Yeah. When it was just me and her, she slept with a hammer underneath her pillow. Yeah, you know how many times I fixed the bed and I'm yanking the sheet off and this hammer comes falling on the floor? I'm like, Mom, what's the deal with the hammer? In case somebody break in. Because as I got older, she wasn't comfortable. Well, she wasn't comfortable with me having a gun in the house with me there. But you always have a hammer. In fact, that's one of the reasons why we had 3 or 4 hammers. We had, we didn't have one hammer or 2 hammers. We usually had about 3. Okay. Hey, you shouldn't have said anything. It'll take him a while to figure out that he might be the only dude. Okay, Kendall, you're surrounded with women again. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So because I'm getting off the subject, I might have to wrap it up, y'all. I'm trying to learn to stay on topic. All right. So it's protecting the black women. But yeah, as I said, I'm glad to see that the men up front out there and they and hey, they even willing to put their mouth where the money where their mouth is. They were putting awards out for information about the guy, but I didn't know they went up to 5,000 though. Um, in Harlem, they serious. All right, let's see. It's a start. hmm Go to show you that not all bins are like the sissy bin and the minisphere. Yeah, yeah. So as they said, if we don't do anything to protect the women in our community, who will? Is the uh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, police are looking for the three unidentified men. They released surveillance video of suspect inside the footage that shows them surrounding a woman in front of a white vehicle on the street just off the curb. Uh-huh. Yeah. Now, I know we was talking earlier about, uh, shopping in the morning so you don't have to deal with this. But eventually those knuckleheads will get bold enough. They're gonna move to in the morning. Well, let's see. Okay. Well, it was just you and Hassan for as long as Razi was there briefly, but he ain't been since earlier. Popped in, said hi. And I think I'm not certain if American Trust News. Okay. Oh no. Is okay. American Trust might be a guy. Yeah. But as I said, we're gonna wrap it up. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think of a song that cause our theme song is "I Get Down for Mine." So that's definitely a protect uh black women's anthem. But I think we need another song. You know. Let's see. Mhm. Yeah. 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 We need a song. No. Don't care for Meg the Stallions. No, I don't think what would do neither. Yeah, Max ain't feeling too hot. But when we start reading this, he got fired up and was ready to go. Actually, been ready to go since before this time, but it was me. I was dragging, so yeah. So let's see what else we got. Uh, no. Why do you keep showing all of it? No. Okay, maybe I gotta be a little bit more specific. Okay. Alrighty. Women. Ta-da. Okay. Okay. I don't think that's quite what I was getting at. About self love. A song for sisters. Well, I guess I can always look for Prince Sister. A song of empowerment. Ah. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, there's Queen, but Janelle Monáe and Erica Badu. Doves in the Wind by Kendrick Lamar. I haven't heard that one. Oh, of course, ladies first. Queen Latifah. And then there's Girl by the Internet. I ain't never heard of the Internet. See, Lizzo, Good as Hell. Now, Dippy Pop. I ain't even heard of these guys. There's Beyonce, Grown Woman. Okay. Uh, Cranes in the Sky. In the Irie video. Okay. Uh-oh. Did I lose it? Feeling Good by Nina Simone. No, Janelle Monáe. You know how Max feels about that. Who Won the World by Beyonce. Okay. Yeah. But I don't know what that song was. It just says video. uh, let's see. Okay, let me see what it is. And let's see, what's this one? What just happened? Okay. Hello? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, mm-hmm. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We're just gonna have to go with our theme song, and we're gonna wrap it up for the night because I keep getting off topic. Even though it is about protecting black women, it's just getting into story mode. Um, yeah, and and I just deviate off the path. But yeah, it's getting frustrating dealing with these guys and guys like them. They are acting out what the manosphere talk about. They just like the manosphere. They look for any excuse to jump on women that come in their chat and talk. These guys were looking for any excuse to jump on a woman. She's their second assault. So they probably was So they're probably plotting to get any woman because out of all the people there, why did they just ask her? And if other people said no, why did they just attacked her? No, they were looking to go at a woman alone, and they probably asked the older woman because instead of someone a little closer to the age because they know, I'm not paying no fine or going to jail because you want something you can wait a year or two for. Our separation rhetoric that is focused on destruction of black race. This channel is all about black unity, and I'm all about black unity. Yeah, yeah, uh huh. But as I said, it was good to see the community come and they and see if what they're going to implement to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Some of them are raised using money to get information about them guys, uh, so they can be turned in. But I think they need to also take it another step. The good men in the community need to kind of be out in the area, um, and take a look around, and probably escort the women if she seemed to be by herself to her car, or uh, or we can't assume that just because the guy was offering to buy a drink, he ain't gonna do her nothing or buy her stuff. Because nowadays it seems like some of these young guys, they can't seem to accept no. They get all up in the feeling that she must think she's better than you. There's a million reasons why she would say no, but yet no, it's got to be that she thinks she's better than me. Could be she has a man, but as Savannah was saying, they don't want to hear that. What they got to do with me? I'm telling you, I got a man. I don't need another one. Or I'm married. Or I don't have time for this. I gotta go pick up my daughter or my child. You know, this is supposed to be an in and out thing. But yet, but um, but they can't take rejection. They can't take no. Um, that they gotta hurt the woman for turning them down. Like she just got to pick you, or she gotta be with you. Okay, yeah, that's it for me in my rant. These are the active sissy bands with the old and they have the hatred enough to. Okay, I know, but these guys don't see it that way. I'd be thinking, I think Mac's right. There's something mental going on there, but it's not just. But the thing is, it's not. What is it mental if all of them are doing that? It's just that not every man attacks. The fact that he said, "You think you better than me," as far as I'm concerned, the moment you open your mouth and say, "You think you better than me," you're on attack mode, and I'm going to treat you and keep my eye on you, like and keep anything I can use to defend myself with handy, like you about to attack me because you didn't accept my no. So you're accepting my no, as far as I'm concerned, is akin to the RAPE word. That's why they keep saying no means no. You're stating that I'm uppity means in your mind that you feel entitled that I should give you a yes, that I should be with you, that I should be you choose you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, some mental evil going on. Yeah, cause I did, I did grow up, and heard guys, you know, when a woman turned him down and stuff like that, and she said to have a man, he'll say she's lying. You know, just say you don't want to be with me, and then when she go, okay, I don't want to be with you, just to get it over with, gone. Then the woman got to be the B word. She got to be the bitch. So it's been progressing over time. Cause as I said, I grew up where there was some dudes that they wouldn't accept your answer when you say you got a man. They would be like, you're lying. And then when you say I'm not interested, you got to be the bitch or you got to be uppity. But they didn't attack you. Okay, they verbally attack you sometimes, but to me, okay, a few words. He's attacking me with words because his feelings are hurt because I turned him down. Okay, I can deal with that. But you physically attacking me because I turned you down or I told you no, or I wouldn't let you buy my stuff. Hey, we've been trained by fathers, grandfathers, uncles, male cousins. You do not like let a guy buy your drink or buy your stuff unless he's your man. He's gonna be your man, you know? Mm-hmm. Cause that's a part of providing. That's the only person that should be buying stuff. You know, your man, your father, brother, that's why, to this day, when it comes to being money help, the only ones I feel comfortable with is relatives, because there won't be no confusion. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. Seem like some type of wicked spirits are running rampant on this earth. I've been seeing stories where old people are even losing their minds. That's crazy. I'm not clear the verbal communication between the attacked and the victim. Did Max say the boys wanted her to buy them a drink? Or one of the boys tried to Mac by buying her a drink? Well, I think outside they tried to get her to buy them some alcohol. She told them no, she went inside. A couple of them went inside with her. And they were saying, okay, she got a bottle of wine, and they were telling the uh the guy at the register or the person at the register, you know, I'll buy her I'll pay for her her stuff. And she was like, no, no, thank you. I appreciate it, but I can pay for my own stuff. Hmm. Yeah, now some dudes will do that when they trying to mac, but I think they were trying to lay claim on her wine. Hmm. Or they could have been macking. You never know. Some of these young boys like older women. The man boy in the red coat wanted to buy the woman a drink, and he got mad when she rejected the offer. Uh huh. Yeah. See, so it progressed um from the club to the liquor store. That's why some women are reluctant to accept drinks from men, and not to mention that it's an open container and stuff like that. But that's another reason, because once you accept, these guys are following you. Well, you took my drink, uh, you know. So that's why you tell, we try to tell these young girls about, not accepting drinks with a man you have no interest in, stuff like that, and about a drink, getting open container drink, and make sure you see it being made at the bar, all kind of stuff, because they'll follow you around. But then again, you turn them down and they follow you around. Oh, why you didn't like the drink I sent you? No, I just it wasn't so. Um, I wasn't looking to be with her. I'm just here with my friends. We're celebrating one of my friends' birthday. That's it. I'm just hanging with my girls. Hmm. Yep. And so nowadays, because women had to gotten cautious, oh, thank you, but I got a man and stuff like that. They explain away why they don't have no wedding ring and stuff like that. It'd be like, you're lying. Even when you're telling them the truth, I got a man. They have to wait till the man walks into the club and say, and come next to you. And then sometimes they might doubt that. Because I had, I had, it was a friend, it was just friends, not friends with benefit. And he came, so I was being bothered by the dude. It's like, hey, babe, what's up? He got mad at the dude and asked him why he was cock blocking him. Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, it's both. Yeah. Yeah. So he was trying to protect me by, pretending to be my man. Because he knew I was being bothered by the dude. Dude wasn't having it. It was like, why you clock blocking me? It's like, that's my woman. He said, well, who's the other woman you was with? He's like, shh, man. But I knew about the other woman. As I said, we was just friends and stuff like that. I said, dude, I said, oh, so you trying to steal all the women? I said, give it up. I appreciate what you was trying to do, but I want you getting shot by some crazy dude over me. He said, yeah, yeah. Said, what do you be doing to these dudes? I don't be doing nothing. I just be talking. I went to return a drink. I said, why didn't you just drink it? Because I didn't want him following me around. Well, he's still here. Okay, the black woman's priceless. We should buy her drinks. Why not? But we shouldn't feel like we should be disrespectful just because we paid for a drink. Exactly. Some dudes are okay with it. Some dudes are not. Yeah. But now I learned something new. Don't let nobody drink from your cup. Well, I always knew about the open container. Like if somebody's doing a mixed drink, you got to see it being done at the bar. So that's why dudes go, I like to buy you a drink, let's go to the bar and you can choose any drink you want on me. That way they don't end up paying for a drink, they don't get drunk. So and the woman get to see the drink being mixed by the bartender. Yeah. Shooks, yeah, so we've been telling the girls younger, cause uh one of my 15-year-old Sunday school kids, we was having a discussion about that. She said, yeah, I know about that, but I ain't going to the bar. I'm not going to the club. I said, tell me that when you go to college. Well, actually, kind of now she can't go to it, but I said, but me, I didn't go to clubs, to bars neither. You know, while all my friends, well, not all my friends, but the bulk of my friends were sneaking into the bars and the clubs and stuff like that. I wasn't interested. I was trying to stay as far away from them as possible. My thing was bars were a trap. You get trapped by dirty old men, and there's no way to get away from them. I think they were enamored of liquor. And since shooks, I had my if I want to liquor, I could go to my grandfather's liquor cabinet. So I didn't need to go to the bar. But I didn't really go to a bar till I was 20, almost 21. And then I went to my Uncle Johnny's bar. One of my other aunt's husband, he had a bar in Dallas. I went to there. His catered to 20 and under. So, I personally think he just didn't get his liquor license. So he had a bar that catered to under 21. You know, had DJ, music, we had drinks. It just didn't have alcoholic drinks. So I guess you could say that was the closest I came to. Or he had wine coolers. Sorry, but some areas in my state don't consider wine coolers an alcoholic beverage. For the longest while, they just thought of it as kind of like cool. They didn't take it seriously as a liquor. So it wasn't unusual to see 20, 19, 18, few 17-year olds with wine coolers. But you see, I'm getting off the track again. All right. Okay, y'all. I'm seriously. This time I'm going to say goodnight. Okay? I'm gonna wrap it up. Okay, I'll see y'all another night. If not another night, then it'll definitely be Saturday night. Yeah, but okay, you talking to people, young kids who at home have access to beer. They have access to 80 proof, 90 proof liquor. So to to them, wine coolers was Kool-Aid. Wine cooler was Kool-Aid with a little kick. In fact, I have a friend who mix wine cooler with vodka or gin. Oh, and tequila. You know, didn't. But then again, for the longest time, Louisiana, you could drink at 18 years old. We fought it for the longest time. I know all during my high school years, we fought to keep it at 18. Texas was putting pressure on us. Mississippi was putting pressure on us. Who's above us? Oklahoma was putting pressure on us. No, 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 because we have the age limit of 18. Their teenagers will come over across the state and get liquored up and go back. And some of them didn't know how to handle their liquor or put a designated driver and accident. We put it as they could. Yeah, cause my grandfather, I have no idea really. You know, the art of the fuzzy navel. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, only thing I hadn't drank was moonshine, and some of the newer liquors now, the designer liquor. I mean designer whiskeys, new whiskey, tequilas, gins. You know, that expensive stuff. You know, I do drink Grey Goose. I have drank Grey Goose. But I like my Grey Goose and my White Russian with extra color, vanilla Grey Goose at that. Oh yeah, I be telling the bartender how I want my drink. Okay, I want the White Russian with extra color, vanilla Grey Goose, or vanilla Absolute, and and a teaspoon or a tablespoon of amaretto. Well, depending on what state you coming from, some would consider it a kitty drink. like the Shirley Temple. I don't know why Shirley Temple was considered a kiddie drink, but I never had one. I had the Tom Collins. Yeah. Yeah, the bartenders used to hate me because I'd be like, I want Tom Collins with extra cherries. And they'd be like, stop trying to make a meal off them cherries. Didn't you eat before you came to the club? So for 18. So wait a minute, I forgot I'm older than y'all, yeah. So so for the longest time, we kept. That's why we was voting at 18. Oh yeah, we was definitely we because we was watching them because they were trying to slip in to raise the drinking age up to 21. We weren't having it. We were perfectly fine with 18. You know. Okay, of course the 17 and 16 year olds and the 15-year olds were complaining, but hey, they're not of age to vote. Okay, I gotta go because we halfway past the 2 hour mark. Okay, good night, y'all. Think about it. We're gonna have this conversation again with conversation with Lady Dane. I'm not a drinker till this day. I have no idea what drink consists of. What that drink consists of. Was it able? Oh, peach schnapps, peach schnapps, and something else. I can't remember, but definitely peach schnapps. Okay, good night, y'all. I'm gonna just keep talking y'all ears off if y'all keep this up.
Yeah, son. There's mad kids out there getting cream for the 9-5. Well, yeah, and I've been doing this for a long time. You know, shoot the game going for mine. Alright. And this is the year when mad cats get peeled. So I'ma spark this line, kick the reel. Bang them out. With all this chaos in the realms of the street, your local street dog got to make ends meet. The average Joe's far too slow for the ghetto bro. You better know, when I hit the streets, I like to glow, I like to glisten. And at the same time, stay low, listen, motherfucker thing. I'm pursuing the dope. My stilo is symbolic to a kilo. Cash is popping, coke is cooking, beef is copping. Ain't that some shit? A player that's used to living rich is now a sticky kid. Caught up in a ditch. In 94, Giuliani kicked out the door. In 95, niggas flip to stay alive. Peeling caps while I laugh. In the stabs and foe in the half. Remy in the glass, spark the boom, then I blast. They wanna confine me, sneak up from behind me. Bust a cap in my back and put me where they can't find me. They hit to see a young player. Hey, I don't wanna see that. They rather see it spray. But I'm like Diddy, a Terminator, squeeze the lead off. Using birds and nouns like rounds to blow your head off. Hitting up spots, heating up blocks. Investing in stocks like Colombian blow crops. I'm out to get the cream and ain't no doubt in my mind. Fuck this broke shit, I'm hit, I get down for mine. I get down for mine, I get down for this. I get down for mine, I get down for this. On the way, shit, I get down for mine, I get down for this. I get down for mine, I hear you wanna be a player. I ain't some place you left. Let's play a game of real nigga roulette. When this a DOA, is I spray the melee. Contact and punctuation is compared to AK. You in the days, overdose for pure funk. I'm fucking off like Tommy Gun. The karma's a boost smoke. Decapitated rappers in my trunk. I'm sick, pumping skunk, bouncing with my click, popping mega jump. I'm getting back while these clowns be zigzagging. Once you talk about playing keys, come on, you're nickel bagging. I'm blasting off wigs and they get down as believers. You see, I was packing heaters when jokers was banging cheerleaders. Ain't nothing changed, it's still the same in the rap game. I'm known for banging rookies out the frame. Y'all done forgot who was the pimp from the start. Sipping vintage wine, eating a la carte. I'm phenomenal from the abdominal. Far from comical lyrics and sticking the brains like barnacles. Never sleep. I'm bringing the drama to the street with techniques and rolling in fleets. Ain't nothing sweet about the street, so I'm poetically ill. I'm pure like cook up and lyrics sound like fish scale. I got the banger at your throat and you ain't showing no signs. K-Dep, let them know I get down for mine. I get down for mine. I get down for gas. I get down for gas. I get down for mine. I get down for gas. From the back of my shake it, no fear. I get down for mine. I get down for gas. I get down for gas. I get down for mine. I get down for gas. From the back of my shake it, no fear. I get down for mine. I get down